When you finally start making money, the last thing you probably want to do is save it. A lot of people put it off, thinking I'll have plenty of time to save later, but that can be a pretty dangerous mindset to have. And let's get something else out of the way. Saving money does not mean you're being cheap. Saving means you're being smart, and you're making the most out of all the money that you're making, whether it's a little bit or a lot. The ultimate goal of saving money is financial freedom, and that's a pretty powerful thing. The ability to do the things you want to do when you want to do them. And here's the thing about saving. If you don't do it, no one is going to do it for you. Money may not be able to buy you happiness, but it can buy you freedom. And that's about as close as you can get. Set goals. If you don't know why you're saving, then it's probably not going to happen. And if you don't know what they are, that's okay. Start thinking about what's important to you, both now and down the road. Maybe you need emergency savings if you don't have that. That's definitely something that you need. Rainy day fund, paying off credit card debt, buying a car, buying a house. Even if these are 2, 3, 5 years down the road, you need to start thinking about them now so you can prioritize your savings. Because you don't want to reach the point when you're ready to do these things and you're not financially prepared. So figure out what your goals are, and then you can start saving for them. Write them down and keep them somewhere that you'll see them as a reminder of why you're saving and what you're working for. Once you figure out what your goals are, then you have to create a plan to actually reach them. So start thinking about how much money you'll realistically need to reach each of your goals. You don't need an actual exact number, but just start estimating to give you something to work toward. So a few examples. For emergency savings, enough money saved up to cover at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. For a rainy day fund, a generic rule of thumb is about $1,000. This is money you tap into in case of an unexpected expense, like a medical bill or a car repair. Paying off debt. If you have high interest credit card debt and you're struggling to even make the minimum monthly payments, getting that paid off should definitely be a goal for you. Make it a priority. Start with the credit card with the highest interest rate first. Put as much extra money as you can toward that card every month while still making the minimum payments on the other cards. When that card reaches a zero balance, then move on to the card with the second highest rate. And this is important. When the card reaches a zero balance and you've paid it off, keep the account open. That's important for your credit score, which we'll get into in another video. If you're saving to buy a car or a house, this is money you want to keep somewhere safe, especially if you need to access it between 2, 3, 5 years from now. You don't want to put that money at risk. So keep it somewhere like a savings account. It may not grow, but you also don't risk losing it. Online savings accounts are great options right now. You can even have multiple savings accounts for your multiple short-term goals. Retirement savings. This can be a difficult thing to grasp when you're struggling to get by and you're barely making your other payments every month. But the longer you save for retirement, the more time your money has to grow. So the sooner you start saving, the more money you have down the road. And you don't have to make a big change at first. Start with baby steps. So if you're saving nothing for retirement right now, start putting away 1%. If you have a 401k program at work, enroll in that and put in 1% of your paycheck. You won't notice 1% gone. Every 6 months, bump it up by 1%. So after 5 years, you'll be saving 10% of your income. And if your company offers an employer match on your 401k, do the employer match. It's free money. A lot of companies do 50 cents on the dollar. So you put in 6%, they put in 3%. That's free money saved toward your retirement. Actually reaching your goals may seem impossible at first. But once you make a few changes, even the smallest changes, you'll have a whole new outlook on things. And one great way to start saving more is reducing your expenses. There are tons of little ways to start cutting costs while still maintaining the same lifestyle. Look for a cheaper cell phone plan. You may be paying double what you could with another carrier and get the exact same plan. Shop around for lower insurance rates. Cut out subscriptions. And maybe you don't cut them out, combine them. Maybe Amazon Prime and Netflix accounts, if you share them with a family member or friend, that just cut your bills in half. So start at first looking at the costs you can easily reduce, and that'll help make extra payments toward your debt, getting your debt paid off quicker. It'll give you extra savings toward each of your goals. Another great way to start saving more money is to increase your income. A lot easier said than done, right? Well, there are actually a lot of easy ways that you could start making money on the side, even on top of your full-time job. Start pet sitting, babysitting. Figure out what you're good at. Use your skills to sell it, either online, or you can do it in your local neighborhood. You can consult, you can freelance write. There are a lot of apps that will actually pay you to do surveys, go into stores and shop and do reviews, and there are tons of other things like this that can bring in extra money on the side. And it may not make you rich, but every little bit counts. And $5, $10, $20 here and there can really start to add up over the course of a month. So how often do you reach the end of the month and realize you've spent what you'd planned to save? Way too often to count? Yeah, we've all been there. So here's the best and easiest way to start saving more money. Make it automatic. If you can't see it in your account, you can't spend it. Here's how to do it. Set up a separate savings account for each of your savings goals. And most banks will let you do this for free. You can also check out online banks and online savings accounts. So you've already figured out how much you can save or afford to save each month for each goal. So then set up your direct deposit to automatically send each amount into each separate account every month. That way, you can't see the money, so you can't spend it. For more on how to reduce your bills, increase your income, and save more money, follow me on Twitter @TheAlexSadler or go to clark.com/commonsense.